What's up, people? Today we're on DonutSMP and are about to tell y'all what 10 things that need to be added. But first, can you just like the video and subscribe? It really helps me out. Alright, no need to delay. Let's jump right in. Starting off with number 1. Alright, first, let's talk about player warps. In DonutSMP's current meta, you have to make a TPA or TPA here to be able to travel to a chosen location, only if the person you send the TPA or TPA here to is online. Yeah, but with the addition of player warps, players can be sent anywhere throughout DonutSMP. And if you think this could disturb how DonutSMP works, then bring it to another thing. Sounds weird, right? That leaves PWs balanced. They should have to stay in a spot for at least one day IRL in-game time, though. Then have to sacrifice a home for the spot to be a PW. Player warps could also be able to be used by anyone or be set to private, only allowing specific teammates or specific players. The main reasons I think Donut should add player warps would be that they can be used for traps, trade, presentation, and probably more. Alright, let's take it to our next one, which is gonna be giveaway zone. Sort of like the RGB zone, but totally different, kind of. You could drop anything and anyone can pick it up without being able to attack or blow anything up. People will be allowed to build and make contraptions in order to make giveaways more interesting. Now, that brings us to number 3. Allay Summoners. Allay Summoners allow allays to spawn and be interacted with and used for things like farms. But, to keep it fair, only a few allays will spawn per summoner. If a summoner is broken, then the allay, plural I guess, will despawn. Alright, let's focus on the allay part here. Allays can help make farms more effective and more farms available to use. So let's take a bamboo farm, for example. Bamboo can get stuck, losing you about a stack every time one piece gets stuck, so pretty annoying. But with allays, there can be a solution, changing how farms work on DonutSMP for the better. Now with that, let's take it to number 4. Number 4 is a way you can put money and shards on the line in a duel. With this addition, you could be able to set a minimum prize on or off, making so the person you face has bet the same or more of shards/cash. If it is difficult to get into a duel, then maybe make it so there are classes like 100 to 200 shards bet, for example. This adds more ways players can make money and a better chance for players to get better loot because players don't want to lose. This will also mean that players are more likely to face well-geared players rather than somebody in chainmail every time. The 5th one, which is going to be control over teams, might sound weird at first, but you will be able to fight teams, and if the team leader dies and the majority of the team surrenders, or just like a command that makes them, anyways, then the leader of the opposing team will be able to combine the other team with their own. Now, you might ask how. Well, let me just tell you, I think Donut should add team duels. Now, the previous reasons are the main reasons that I think Donut should add, team duels and stuff like that. But it's, there's nothing else. Like, just watch the recording. It's just a voiceover. Like, what else do you want from me? While we're on the topic of PvP, a very quick one.
Donut, why haven't you added any sort of storage that prevents us from blowing up loot in duels.
Thank you for the consideration. Number 8 is a jobs list that shows names of people who request jobs and offer money for if a player does a job. Now, you can't really make players pay, but a jobs list makes it easier to find somebody to do the job for you. Something like build a farm or dig a hole for you. You don't have to pay, but you could still find somebody to do it. This one's sad. It came up while I was recording, but it should give you a way you can go back to your death spot. Unless killed by a player, because if you do, then you just suck. But if you can be able to go back to your death spot, then you'll be able to retain your loot, and yeah, it's just better like that. Not from any personal experience or like trauma or anything. I'm definitely not trying to, get my stuff back for the third time. Now for this one, I had to go full black skin. This isn't intentional. I don't know why this keeps happening, by the way. Anyways, to end it off, there should be a streamer friendly setting that hides bedrock or certain blocks you select, so you don't leak anything if you're a streamer or YouTuber or if you just upload clips. That's kind of it, and there's not much to say, but something like that does seem pretty useful. Alright, I gotta jump for this real quick. Oh, well, I died. Um, Anyways, breaking the rules here. We're going one last one. The last one is going to be life insurance. So, kind of a plug to me dying, I guess, which can be set if the player has at least 24 hours in playtime. They can only do it every 24 hours in playtime unless they die to it, and they get paid progressively more money depending on how much money they put in, except if they die to another player. Those are 10 things that should be added to DonutSMP. Hopefully, Donut watches this and he says yes to at least one of them. Thanks for watching, and tell me if you like more content like this. I can make another one if you want. All right. No script here. This is first try, first take. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Um, I'm gonna show some bloopers because I actually had a lot. Um, I think you might enjoy. It's like 8 right now, so I might it's still gonna take a second. But yeah, thanks for watching. Here's some bloopers, but from this that was the video. Hope you like it. Thank you. We're gonna do it so you kind of know what you're supposed to do. Like, how do I put it? Like, are we? Bro, are we for real? Like, are we actually dead? First, let's talk about player warps. First, let's talk about player warps. For, mm, we're gonna okay, so we're doing a voiceover, but like we're gonna be talking about player warps. Are you freaking for real? Oh my god. Okay, chill. You have a $2 setup. You gotta chill. Please. Let's go! Let's go! Why is everywhere I'm going traps? I'm dead. That might have been a first take right there, not gonna lie. With the addition of player warps, bro, why did it just put me in the middle of my script? What was the point of that? With the addition of player warps, like, why does it do that? Why does it always. Allay summoners allow allays to. Bro, why does it put me in the middle? Every freaking. W crash. Deserve crash. Allay summoners allow allays to spawn and be interacted with and used for things like farms. But to keep it fair, only a few allays will spawn per summon. Allays can help make farms more effective and more farms available to use. Like, can I just not read today? Like, alright, that's. We're gonna focus on the allay part here. Allays can help make farms more effective and more farms available to use. One example would be bamboo farms, and I know from experience that bamboo can get stuck, losing you, about one stack every time one piece gets stuck. But with allay spawners, bro, like, I can't read. That's not even what it's like. Do you want to know what it says? It says, okay, it says, but with allays, this can be a solution. It says will allays. Why does it say will? With. It's not will, it's with. This can be a solution, changing how farms work on DonutSMP for the better. Okay, alright, let's focus on the allay part here. Allays can help make farms more effective and more farms available to use on DonutSMP. One example would be bamboo farms. Well, yeah, and I know from experience that bamboo can get stuck, losing you about one piece. One stack.
Losing you one stack every single time one piece gets stuck. Like, how?
Alright, let's focus on the allay part here. Allays can help make farms on Donut. Why doesn't it let me scroll when it's playing? Like even so, like I'm just gonna go on a rant here. Like even if like it just doesn't like no, why? Why wouldn't it let me back to top? And my mouse isn't working now. Like this is like what is happening? Now the previous